I want to give you the backstory of Mia's story there so that you can understand from a parent's point of view some of the lessons that can be drawn and applied to your child. She said she didn't have a clue what was going on when it came to her subject. What's happening in the background of that is that she's going to all the classes and this blizzard of words is coming in and just overwhelming her so that she just literally doesn't have a clue what's going on. All she's doing or was doing was trying to capture all the information, get it onto the paper and write every word down and then hope for the best that some of it might stick. And the other thing that she mentioned was that she could take 10 pages of her notes and turn them into one mind map. What she ended up doing was taking all of her notes and bringing them down into one page at a time. Now, in the next video, I'll show you how she did that. But the important takeaway here as a parent is she describes it as a burden, and the burden was taken away. Now, she was still getting the same information, but that heavy burden, like heavy snow sitting on a roof, was beginning to oppress her. But now the information was being condensed. She could take the important things out of it. Then the exam. The interesting thing behind the exam was that she was really nervous about answering the question correctly and reading it correctly, and secondly, about finishing the question in time. Because there are two characteristics of dyslexics when it comes to writing. One, we're very poor at organizing our thoughts in the right order when we're writing. When we're talking, it works really well because we're in the flow of talking, the writing doesn't get in the way, we get personal feedback, etc. But when it comes to putting it on a bit of paper, it's a whole different ball game. We start off well and then we go off on tangents. And in the exam, pupils often overcompensate by pulling in tons of extra information just to show they know the subject, even if they've gone off on a tangent. Mia managed to take the exam question, turn it into a mind map, and then add her information onto it so that she could answer the question in time. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that in the next video, how she did that. And then she said, I knew what I was writing was on track. Otherwise, I'd have forgotten what to write when I wrote down my paragraphs. And there she's describing an essay outline. If you're a linear thinker, like my wife is, you won't have a problem creating an essay outline because your thoughts will come to you mostly in the order that they're meant to. But as a dyslexic, the thoughts don't come in the right order. They come at the top, the middle, the bottom, back in the middle, and they refill it. And that's where the circular aspect of a mind map leaves space for you to insert all the extra bits that you remember. And that's what Mia did in her exam. So in the end, she said, it was really hard, but it's all good now. And that could be taken out of context and think that Mia's all sorted. There's still a lot of hard work to do over the next year and a half with her A-levels. But what she's meaning by that is she feels she's got a system and the tools to deal with the exam monster, the exam dragon. She can feed that dragon with the information it needs to subdue it long enough for you to get through that opening in the exam and get through the exam and capture all the C's, the B's, the A's that you need to get through that exam challenge. And so I hope that was helpful to you to get a little bit of an insight of the case study of Mia there. In the next video, I want to show you how Mia did this process of turning 10 pages of notes into one mind map and these other steps. I want to go through it from the perspective of a mind map, how the mind map as a tool actually helped her at these different stages. So I'll see you in the next video.